Okay, good evening. I'll take you through the focus 3, which I left as an assignment. So I won't go through the entire question, but I'll start from here. I'll say Amani Pharmaceutical Limited. This is the statement of profit or loss for the year ended 30th June 2022. The growth rates, scenarios, we have worst, best, best. These are the percentage. Then we have revenue all the way to total assets. Then additional information. One, assume a corporation tax rate of 30%. Two, the growth in equity is only attributable to changes in retained profits. That's very key. And there's an hint, in applying the growth rates, ignore changes in opening and closing balances. Then number three, total equity will grow only as a result of retained profits. Then required, prepare a spreadsheet showing the forecast statement of profit or loss for the next 3 years under each of the 3 scenarios, 10 marks. B, compute the following metrics for evaluating performance under each scenario. 1, net profit margin. 2, return on assets. 3, return on equity. So C, present a summarized dashboard with suitable graphs to highlight the revenues and net profit under each scenario. This is a total of 20 marks. And this is a very good question because it involves forecasting, financial statement, ratios, plus dashboard. So this is how we'll go about it. There are 3 scenarios. So I'll start with worst scenario, which is now they're saying Roman A, prepare a spreadsheet showing the forecast statement of profit or loss for the next 3 years under each of the 3 scenarios. And I'll start with we have worst, best, and best. So I'll start with the worst scenario. So for the next 3 years, this ended on 30th June 2022. So I'll start with 2023, 2024, and 2025, and under worst scenario. So what I'll do, I'll copy this up to total assets. Then I say Control C. That's how you shortcut for copying. Then I'll go to Control V. That's the shortcut for pasting. So I've pasted the information. So I'll try to extend that a little bit so that everything is captured. So I'll start with revenue for 2023. So I'll use the revenue for 2022 because it's a forecast. So I'll say this equals to, you take the revenue for 2022, you multiply by bracket 1 plus the growth rate, which is 2%. So unlock it because it's constant throughout. Then I say enter. So when I enter, that's the revenue. So I'll go to the second year and say, I'll take now for 2023, then I multiply by 1 plus the same growth rate of 2%. It's constant, so I'll unlock it also. Say enter. Then here I'll just have to drag for the third one because the formula is already copied. So I'll drag and it will give me these values there. So I'll go to cost of goods sold. So I'll say equals for 2022 multiply by bracket 1 plus the growth rate is 2%. So I'll lock it completely. Let me see if I can drag and it copied. So it can't copy. So I'll ignore that. Say equals that one for second year 1 plus the growth rate is still 2%. And I'll also lock that because it's constant. Enter. So I'll do for 2022, 2023, then I'll just drag all through. Then you just drag. It copies the formula. So by doing this, I'll go to gross profit. Now, gross profit, you know, it's the difference between revenue and cost of goods sold. So I'll say equals sum. I'll sum this, enter. Then I'll drag it on through. Then go to other incomes. What I'll do here, I'll create the bottom border. Yes, I'll create the bottom border. So the gross profit is there. So other incomes, we have investment income, which are given to be for 2022 is 15. So for 2023, there was a growth rate of 2%. So I'll say 1 plus 2%, but I'll lock it completely because it's constant. Give me that. Then I'll also take this times bracket 1 plus 2%. Lock it completely to that. So I'll just drag this. And total income is now this plus this. So I'll add A equals to sum. Enter. Then I'll copy all the thing. Then administration expenses I'll use for the 2022 to forecast. So I'll take this, multiply by 1 plus bracket. The growth rate is 5%. So I'll lock it completely because it's constant for the 3 years. Then I'll enter. And I'll say equals, I'll take for 2023, multiply by 1 plus 5%. So I'll also lock